I'm absolutely delighted to see that Puffin have caved in to the pressure from social media and from the Queen, Camilla. Congratulations to all for that extraordinarily positive campaign. Puffin have now committed to publishing the classic edition of Roald Dahl's works, which will be unexpurgated, which will not be censored, though I think they're committed to going ahead with their pruned editions. I think one way of contextualizing great works of art is to re-illustrate them, as, for example, with the re-illustrated versions of Lewis Carroll. I think Roald Dahl would benefit from new illustrations, as indeed it already has, because the original illustrators of, for example, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory have now almost disappeared. Those original illustrations have gone and they've been replaced. And, you know, the new illustrations are great, but they weren't the originals. And I think, for example, there are books in the Agatha Christie canon. There are books in Enid Blyton. Enid Blyton, for the most part, I think probably we can dismiss, but Agatha Christie is an important author. Now, should we be retitling, should we be rewording the books which she's written? Again, I think actually we shouldn't. We should simply contextualize them in the way that we would contextualize a Tom and Jerry cartoon, and to whitewash prejudice and racism and the misuse of language is to edit history, and I think that does nobody any credit at all. When we take literature into another medium, so for example when we make a film or a television or a theatre adaptation of the book, then there's an opportunity to revisit the language which is used. And I think at that point it would be extremely bad to repeat or to immortalize any sort of inappropriate language or any sort of insensitive language. But for the original text, I think it's a great shame. For example, oh gosh, I think it's a great shame that the original Star Wars is no longer accessible. I'm going to stop there.